Hello and welcome to Ryan Michael Yoga. No intention today, so let's just jump right in. Why don't we have a strap? Because that's what I have right there. And yeah, let's use a block. So, we'll start standing at the top of the mat in Tadasana. Bring the feet together. Open the backs of the knees. Press down the soles of the feet, lift the arches, extend up the legs, lifting the thighs and the skin of the thighs to tuck into the hips. Feel the coccyx and the pubic bone move in and up. The sacrum tall, the belly tall, the ribs open and lifted. Shoulders are relaxed. Shoulder blades deep into the back, neck stretching up. Chin level. Eyes softly gazing forward. Breathing here. And keep this long extension in the body, but as you stand, breathe into the diaphragm. Imagine the diaphragm moving down towards the organs. On the inhale, flattening. And visualize it moving up, doming towards the heart and sternum. On the exhale. On the inhale, it flattens. On the exhale, it domes. With an inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides and up. Interlace the fingers, point the pointer finger. With an inhale, lift the heels, stretch up through the arms, through the finger. Breathe here, holding. Tall, tall, tall. Heels lifted. One more breath. On your next exhale, drop the heels back down. Bend the knees, sit the hips back, chair pose. Extend the trunk upward, the arms upward, moving towards vertical, and then exhale to sink a little deeper. Let's continue to do that. Inhale to grow tall, long spine. Exhale to sit the hips deeper. One more time. Inhale to stand. Lift the heels. Reach through the whole body. Two more breaths. And exhale, fold forward, swan dive the arms. Inhale, lift halfway. Take the hands to the sit bones. Exhale to fold forward, shoulders pulling back. Slide the hands down the legs. Inhale to lift halfway. And exhale to fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the hands, step the feet back into downward facing dog. Very nice. I cannot see you, but just as we visualized the diaphragm, I am visualizing your perfect pose. With an inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Now with a hop, jump back forward, and fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way. Very good. Don't mind my funky new style here. It's to keep my shirt in. Down. Obviously in. Okay, let's shift the weight to the left foot. Lift the right foot. And then take the sole of the right foot to the calf, the inner thigh, or into the hip crease. Wherever you are, press down through the left foot. With an inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Bring the palms together overhead. Reach through the leg, through the hip, through the trunk and spine, the neck, the head, the arms, extension through the entire body here. And bring the arms down. Release the foot, interlace the fingers, grasping the knee. Push the knee into the hands, pull the shoulders back, lifting the sternum. Coming back to neutral, grasp the right foot with the left hand. Inhale to straighten the knee. Exhale to turn to the right, hand to the hip. Beautiful. You look great. Gorgeous, honey. Gorgeous. Gotta work on that accent, apparently. Shoulder blades together. Breathing. And exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Shift the weight to the right foot, lift the left. Take the left foot to the calf, inner thigh, or into the left hip crease, the right hip crease, my apologies. With an inhale, sweep the arms out and up, palms together. Reaching through the entire body here. With an exhale, bring the arms down, release the foot, interlace the fingers, grasping the knee, press the knee into the hands, pull the shoulders back. Breathing here. Feel the belly and the heart. Full on the inhale. Softening on the exhale. Coming up, grasp the left foot with the right hand. With an inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, turn to the left now. Left hand to left hip. Press the inside edge of the grounded foot down. And as you push down the foot, feel the extension up the leg, up the right side. Breathe here. Focus the eyes. Let the mind grow calm. Coming back to center, and releasing the leg. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step the feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower, hovering over the mat, elbows by the sides. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lowering, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, up and back. Okay, one more time. Okay, now let's come forward. Exhale to lower, and we're going to hold. Broaden the collarbones. Hips level with the shoulders. Elbows hug in. Nice 90-degree in the elbows. With your next inhale, upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Groovy. Okay, let's come down to a seat. All right. Yes, I think that was enough of standing, don't you? Okay, now I want to share with you a few Padmasana poses. I don't really get a lot of opportunity to do Lotus pose because it's a little bit more advanced. You need open hips, healthy knees, mobile ankles. So if you have any damage in your knees, don't bother. And I'll put a little description in the video for you. Anyway, so let's start first though with just a few loosening things. So I will be mirroring you, just so you know. I still haven't actually watched any of these to make sure that I'm mirroring is legit. Anyway, so let's take the left knee, interlace the fingers underneath it, behind, lift the foot. Now the strength of the arms is holding up the weight of the leg here. We're not using the muscles of the leg. With an inhale, straighten the knee, foot stays hovering. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest. Again, foot stays hovering. Inhale, straighten out. Exhale in. Tall spine, no slouching. Close the eyes. Feel how the knee bends. Feel how the hip flexes. This is flexion when we pull the knee in, and extension when we straighten the knee out. One more. Great. Switching to the other side, interlacing the fingers behind the right knee. Hover that foot. Again, the strength of the arms is holding up the leg. With an inhale, straighten the knee. Exhale, bend the knee. Notice if, just continue to do this, but notice if the left leg wants to roll out, keep it rolling in so the inner left thigh is moving towards the earth. Flexion of the hip as we exhale. Extension of the hip as we inhale. Again, eyes are closed and feeling the knee, how it bends, feeling the hip as it moves. And all done. Okay, now I guess we're not going to use that block really, huh? Bummer. So now let's bring the soles of the feet together. I usually like to do some hip rotations, but we're just going to hop right along. Butterflies. Close the eyes, breathing normally. Just bring the knees up and down. Again, focusing the mind on any sensations going on within the hips. We're doing this to create mobility, loosening any tension. Okay, open the eyes again, come to stillness, and let's take a squat. I guess we could use a block for this if you cannot quite get your heels on the mat. So you can sit on the block if you need. Let's see how this is. Yeah, this actually isn't that bad. So this is what we're going to be doing. Have the knees and the toes facing the same direction, heels a little wider than the hips. And so with the inhale, grow tall in the spine, hands on the knees. With an exhale, drop the left knee, the inside of the right leg, so close that you can touch the thigh to the leg. And you can either turn and lift the heel or keep the heel down, whichever is more difficult. More difficult, but you can actually still do. This is really, really nice for the hips. And I kind of like doing this sitting on a block. Inhales bring you to center. Exhales, drop the knee. And I'm not putting any force into this with my hands. More just a very soft guide. One more each side. And coming back to neutral. Grasp the arches, so the fingers are under the arch, the thumb is on top. With an inhale, pull the shoulders back. The elbows are inside the knees. Pull the shoulders back, lift the heart, extend through the spine. Exhale, fold forward, straightening the knees. Inhale, back to the starting position. Pull the shoulders back. Exhale, fold over the legs. Continue for 3 more. All right, brilliant. Well done. Coming back to the mat. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I'll still face you. So, half lotus with a fold. This is awesome for opening up the hip and the hamstring, back of the knee. So we'll start with the left side, taking that foot and bringing it up into half lotus. Yeah, like this. So the top of the foot comes into the hip crease. We want to get it up as high as we can so that it's comfortable. Now, wherever you are, if you can't quite get your foot into the hip crease, while we're doing this, I want you to be doing this instead. But you know what? Let's just all do a little bit of this. This is a great way to loosen up the hip. This is like we were doing before, the full butterflies, but the half version. And the more that you do this, the further you'll be able to get the foot into the hip crease. And yeah. So keep that in mind. Now's a good time for lace strap. We did use all the props. Look at that. Take it to the sole of the foot. With an inhale, grow tall, rolling the inside edge of the right leg down, inside edge. And exhale to pull your belly and sternum forward. So we're not rounding into it yet, we're just pulling the front of our body forward. Notice if you can feel it. I'm sure you can, I can feel it. Once you feel ready, with an exhale, fold in. Again, keeping the inside edge of the right leg rolling down towards the earth, keeping us grounded. Spread the sole of the right foot, the ball of the right foot. Spread all the toes. And breathe here. Feel how the hip feels as you do this, especially in conjunction with the spreading of the ball of the foot. And there is an energy channel, actually there are several energy channels, that run from the ball of the foot, up the leg, through the hip, and into the subsequent chakras. And you can actually feel this for yourself with enough sensitivity. As you spread the ball of the foot, there's a subtle tingliness. And you just follow that tingliness all along the leg, through the hip, and wherever it goes. Let's take one more exhale to go a little deeper. And when you're ready, come out. It's probably one of my favorite forward folds. Now let's do the other side, shall we? Well, wait. Before you get into the other side, just pause. Both the legs out long. Feeling how one leg is a little more open than the other leg. If you ever see me pause in class, that's what I'm doing. Feeling two sides. I don't always say it though. Okay. Now let's come to the other side. So right foot up into the hip crease, and if you only get it onto the thigh, that's fine. There'd be some benefit in that, actually, forward folding like this. So let's just go up and down with the knee a little bit. Feel how we are loosening the thigh, the hip socket, and the muscles surrounding it. The socket itself doesn't really need any loosening. It's the muscles that grow tense. And let's bring that foot all the way up into the hip crease. And if your knee is lifted at all, use your block underneath the knee. Or you can take a blanket. We don't want the knee to be floating off of the ground. That can lead to damage, and we don't want that. So rolling the inside edge of the left leg now down towards the earth. Take your strap to the sole of the foot. With an inhale, pull the shoulders back, extend through the spine, open the ball of the foot, open the back of the knee. And with an exhale, pull yourself forward, belly, heart. Take one more breath here. And on your next exhale, fold in. Spreading the sole of the left foot, spreading the ball and the toes. Feeling where the sensation is along the leg and in the hip. Feel the breath full, moving into those areas of sensation with every inhale. And go a little deeper on an exhale if you like. And come up when you're ready. Excellent. Both legs out long. Take a moment. Feeling both sides. Let's take a child's pose. Before we actually, maybe we won't get into Padmasana today. We'll see. May just be doing prep for it. So I like to get into child's pose from this position actually. This is Pujas, gracious pose. Unfortunately, I can't remember the Sanskrit. So the knees are nice and wide, the sit bones are between the heels, the big toes are touching. Again, healthy knees, open hips. This is all very important in these poses. But even if you do not have the openest of hips, practicing will help. You can even go in and out. So let's do that. Inhale to lift yourself out. Exhale to sit the hips in. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. And then inhale, shoulders back, heart lifted. Exhale, walk the hands forward, coming into your child's pose. Trying to keep the sit bones down, the hips down the whole time. Of course, it's not going to happen. Eventually they lift. But then your head comes down. Breathing here. When you're ready, press yourself back up. Let's come to the hands and knees. Tiger stretch pose. With an inhale, stretch the right leg back, bend the knee, pull the heel towards the back of the head, drop the belly. Exhale, round the spine, pull the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, out. Bend the knee, heel towards the back of the head, drop the belly. Exhale in, round the spine, knee to nose. One more time. Other side. Left leg, straighten it back out. Inhale, bend the knee. Drop the belly, heel towards the head. Exhale, round the spine, knee to nose. 3 more. Great. Yeah, it's time for Padmasana, Lotus pose. So, turning back towards you, we'll take the right foot, bend the knee, place that on the hip crease, getting it up as high as you can, pulling the knees in towards one another. Okay, and then be very gentle, especially if this is your first time. Do not force it. If the feet do not want to go, if the hips are too tight, if the knees are not open enough, do not force it. No strain. We want this to be easeful, or else this pose is not enjoyable. Hugging the knees, the thighs in towards one another. Lift the waist away from the hips, the ribs away from the waist. Open the diaphragm. Feel the internal body lifting. Feel as though the sit bones are going to lift off the mat. We're squeezing in and up with this pose. Nice and strong. Okay, now we're going to make it into a little fold. So, inhale, tall spine. Exhale, fold forward as far as you can go. And then inhale right back up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale up. Continue to do this. Two more. And this one we will hold. So folding and holding the fold. One more full breath. And inhale up. And release the legs. Take the hands back behind you. Lean back, pause. Notice sensation, blood flow, nervous impulse, breath. Okay, let's do the other side. Left foot into the hip crease, right foot into the other hip crease. Hugging the knees in, the thighs in. Sitting up nice and tall. And you may notice one side's a little more tight than the other. This side is it's the bane of my existence. Yes, the absolute bane. Okay. Tall spine on the inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more. One more, and we will hold it. Holding the folding. 3 deep breaths, nice and smooth with control. And coming up when you're ready. And releasing the legs. Again, leaning back, noticing sensation. And let's lie to our back now. For Shavasana. Yeah. Observe your breath. Feel how the lungs expand like balloons in all directions. Feel how the belly rises on the inhale and falls on the exhale. Begin to deepen the breath. Bring movement back. And roll to one side. Come up to a seat. Thank you for joining. Namaste. Don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day.